Hi, it's Stephanie Toman again. This short video will look at relationships within Access databases, explain different relationships, how the primary foreign keys work. Most importantly, the term referential integrity, which most people have no idea what it means. So it gives you a good understanding of how those relationships work with regards to a relational database. I hope it helps. We're going to open up the demo clubs. Remember the slides there that go across all of this if you want more detail or to revise in a different way. So earlier we looked at the back end of our tables that have been created, and we looked in the design view and we found that they can have lots of different field properties. So we can do short time. If we had a start date, if we look at the front for start date, you can see that it's a short date. We go in. Remember, we could change it and we could put a drop down there and do a medium date. And then back in, it always makes us save it. And then all of them change into a medium date. So there's really quick ways. Remember, the field property will ensure that the inputter, the data user or the data inputter puts things in a consistent manner. For example, if you put a validation rule in that you need to use B sciences for biosciences, etc., then that message, you can put the text in it and come up and tell the user what you want. Okay, but what we're going to look at now, we've had a look at tables earlier and we had a look at relationships. Just a quick look back at relationships. Some things we can think about when we're creating them. The show table was one way of bringing in a table. So in an exam, if they ask you to do a relationship between one table and another table, it's not there. This is how you would find it and add it. Okay. The other thing is, if we're going to be doing a relationship, let's delete this relationship. So right click on it, you can edit it and delete, but you still have the edit up here as well. So you've still got all these features. Let's delete this one. It won't delete it because I have the club table open. So be really careful. I said in the last series that if you've got things going on with relationships, they won't allow you to change them. So it's locked in. So let's try it now. And there it's gone. So to create a relationship, if asked, between the contact and the club table, using the contact ref, you start with the contact table first, as it says in the question. You click on the contact ref, hold your cursor down on your mouse and drag it over. Make sure you drop it on top of the contact ref in the club table so that you see different tables there and the same fields here. By enforcing referential integrity, what you're doing is ensuring that there is no invalid data, no redundant data in your database. So what it means is it has to have a contact ref in order for you to put information about their club membership. So they have to exist in order to put in the detail of the many. If it doesn't exist, it won't allow you to put it in. So you don't get lots of information about a club name, all of the information about contact, etc., if that person in the contact area doesn't exist. The same goes for the other way around. If you put in a contact ref and you didn't have any information here, they'd just be sitting there on their own with an ID with no joined up information. If we double click on that again, let's make sure I run it properly. If we look at these two items, when the ensure referential integrity is off, that's okay. That's the first thing you might notice, that it's just a one-to-one, it's just joined. But if we make it a one-to-many, then that way we're ensuring that you get one unique identifier, contact ref, and the information that's connected to that with regard to the club that person's attending or clubs. With regard to these two items, they don't have to be ticked on just because they're lit up. The first one means that if you tick it in the real world, you will allow somebody to come along and delete information in one of the tables, which means any connected related information will automatically be updated too. And this can happen in seconds. So it can make quite a big difference to your data. The second one, the delete related records, allows you to cascade that deletion. If you decided to delete a club information record from the table, it would then go on to delete everything else that's connected to that club record. So be very, very careful with those. In the real world, you would always use a copy of the original database to test out any changes that you're going to make. So we're going to OK that. We're happy with that. So remember, that's how you do it. And if you're going to edit, double click, right click, and then you can change things. Okay, so and then close that down. It may ask you to save it, which you would